Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David, and this is a Magic Review. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another Alakazam review. And today, it has a story. There's a backstory here. So, a couple weeks back, I did a review for a Colossal Killer, Kenton Nepper. Penguin Magic has their own video release for that. And so I did a review for that in the member section. And then someone commented and said, hey, you should check out the Heirloom wallet. So I reached out to Alakazam and they sent me the Heirloom wallet, and then we did a review for that because the Heirloom wallet makes Colossal Killer very easy to do. But then along with the Heirloom wallet, Alakazam also sent me Heirloom Deluxe Emily's Revenge. Now this is a separate purchase. Separate purchase, $46. But here's my suggestion. If you're gonna fork out the money for the wallet, you might wanna see if you wanna fork the money out for this as well. So there are two things, they work great together. Now, if you already do Colossal Killer, I would just ask yourself this question. What comes up more often for you? Revealing it with just the card from the front or the card from the back? Now, if you know Colossal Killer, you know what I'm talking about. So, what comes up more for you? This is built for the people who feel like they have to turn the card over for the revelation because there's more going on here. And what they've done is they've given the story a little more story, right? There's fleshed out story to this, and it revolves around gambling and some old-timey photographs and Titanic and revenge. So let me walk through both revelations for you, and you can see how it goes. Might be a little different than how we normally do a review. I remind you once again, the Heirloom wallet does not come with Emily's Revenge. But let's just say you tell the story of a distant uncle of yours, long since passed. You know, you never met him, a long time ago, but he was a gambler, and he and his girlfriend Emily used to con people, swindle people out of money. And your uncle had this, your great uncle, right, had this lucky card. And so you'll just ask your spectator, if you were gonna have a lucky card, what do you think it would be? And they would say, oh, it's the 10 of hearts. And you're like, oh, the 10 of hearts, okay. Well, that's very interesting because I've got two things here inside my wallet. I have this letter that was composed from Emily, and I have inside my wallet the one card that was his lucky card, the 9 of hearts. So you could say, oh, it's not exactly the 10 of hearts, right? It's not the 10 of hearts, it's the 9 of hearts. But it's really close, though. It is really close, but I did say that there was this letter, and so I'll show you what the letter says. It says, my dearest Charlie, by now you shall be penniless, which is exactly what you deserve. You see, I know about you and Lucy, and this is my revenge. So apparently your great uncle was cheating on her. The real lucky card was in fact the same suit as the one I told you today, but the actual value was one away. How does it feel to be so close and yet so far? So your spectator said 10 of hearts, and this is the 9 of hearts. So the letter reveals that it's one away. So that gets you out of, well, it gets you out of the out, right? So that would be what would happen if the spectator calls the one away card. But let's say you're doing the trick, you tell the same exact story, and you say to your spectator, just pick any card. What would be your lucky card? They would say 9 of hearts. Say, 9 of hearts. So I have two things inside my wallet. And the first is I have a picture of my great uncle holding his lucky card, and it is the 9 of hearts. And he was able to win a ton of money with this, so much so that he and Emily bought tickets aboard this brand new ocean liner. And that is the thing I have right here in my wallet. They bought 2 tickets aboard the Titanic, but for some reason, they didn't actually get on the boat. They didn't ever go on that trip, which is why I have the tickets and why this is a very lucky card. All right, so your $46 gets you this fold-out DVD case, and you're gonna get everything that you need. So first of which, the instructions are on DVD. So you have to play it on a DVD in order to get the tutorial, okay? The other thing you get are several pre-printed Revelation scripts, and you can use these as multiple outs. I'm only carrying one in my wallet, but you can decide which ones you want to carry. They just tell different stories. The one I have is for the revenge aspect that you saw earlier. You will also get all the Revelation cards. So there's more than just this one, right? There's several, and they all go inside your wallet or the heirloom wallet. My Revelation piece, as you can see, I thrashed mine up with sandpaper and I wrinkled it and I threw it through a tea bath and some coffee, and I made it look as worn as possible. But because I'm not keeping 2 letters inside my wallet, I actually bought these fake Titanic tickets off the internet so that I can use them actually for both Revelations. So in the negative Revelation, she says in the letter that she buys them 2 tickets for the Titanic. So I show them. And the reason why I'm able to show them is because I say, you know, they didn't actually they didn't actually go on the trip, okay? And I need to say that because how else did I get these materials, right? I got the letter and I got the photograph from my relative. Well, the only way I would have gotten that letter and gotten that photograph is if they never got on the boat, right? And it's true. I can actually say my relative did not get on the Titanic. That is true, right? But I thought these faux tickets were pretty interesting, and it's another cool thing to get in your wallet. But again, these do not come with the effect. I bought these separately on the internet. And so on the DVD, they're just going to walk you through telling that dark story about how your spectator is just asked to trust their intuition, name a suit, and name a value of a lucky playing card, and then you're going to slowly remove an aged photograph from your wallet, which you say is an heirloom. It's this haunting image of 2 people, and the man in the photo, he's holding the playing card that matches their thought exactly. And there's no fishing, there's no forces, it's just a beautiful blend of storytelling and mentalism that hits hard every single time. So the reason, again, why I have the single letter is because that's in lieu of turning the card over in a normal Colossal Killer routine. So I know right when they call the card, the playing card, what I'm going to do. I usually hand them the letter first, and then the photograph. And then they see the photograph, they see that the card is wrong, then they open the letter and read that Emily gave them the wrong card, but it was off by 1 so that it would look like it was the right card. But if they call the right card, then again, my story about having an heirloom in my wallet is still legit. The heirloom is the 2 Titanic tickets that my great uncle bought with the winnings from having the lucky card, and that the fact that he didn't get on the boat makes that card extremely lucky, right? That adds to the luck factor. And that ending is not in the DVD, that's just mine. That's my ending, I'm giving it to you for free. So, and I think the Titanic tickets on eBay were like less than $5. So, and could have printed them myself probably, but then you have to go through cardstock and color printing and all that, and I just figured, you know what? Just get them shipped and mailed to me ready to go. And that's really it, because this isn't really a magic trick, right? And it does kind of rely on you knowing Colossal Killer already. So you should already be familiar with Colossal Killer. You're probably an heirloom wallet owner. If not, these smaller cards are definitely smaller than playing cards. So maybe you'll have more luck sticking this stack of cards in your wallet. Who knows? But do you have Emily's Revenge? Let us know down below what you think of it and how it's been working for you. Otherwise, $46 at alakazam.co.uk. Don't forget, Chris James is manning the USA warehouse for Alakazam, and he'll ship it to you from USA so that you don't have to wait for international shipping or pay international shipping. So that's always good too. Thanks guys, I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, and lastly, I would like to remind you that mine is not the only voice out there. When making a magic purchase, be sure to watch other review channels to get a well-rounded opinion. Please don't take my word for it. I am just one voice. There are plenty of other fantastic review channels out there, and you should be listening to all of them. I've included several of my favorite channels here, but I'm sure you know of a few others. Please do yourself a favor and subscribe and follow these talented people as well, so that you're always making the best purchase possible that fits your style and your character. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.